Hi, I'm going to let you in on a dirty little secret of the agency world, which honestly shouldn't be much of a secret, but let me just put the facts before you and then you can make your own decisions. Agencies like to front load their profitability. And they like to front load their profitability because their retention sucks, as a ubiquitous truth. I think the average agency retention, if I remember the last HubSpot report, was like 3 months, which is nothing. It's nothing. We're not profitable in the first 3 months, just FYI. So what agencies do is when they get their hooks into a customer, they sell you all the stuff, all the bells and whistles on the front end. And so they're going to want to do a website rebuild as a freaking ubiquitous truth. And they're going to want to do like a content overlay and maybe something similar to a story brand, and then possibly even a rebranding. And they need to build the power page and the pillar page and the power post and videos and infographics and media and just whole refresh, revise, whatever, funnels till you're blue in the face, all the funnels. You need clearly a funnel for every service and every product you've ever had. Redesign, rescript, blah, 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 blah. Here's why. Because that's where they make their money. And God bless them, man. I'm not trying to bash people or, take food out of their mouths or anything. There's merit to those services for sure. Here the problem is. Let's just do the website rebuild or the funnel build. Take one of those. You're going to build a website. I'm going to drive traffic to it. And then as I'm driving traffic to it, think of traffic pinging off the website, right? And every little piece of traffic I drive to the website is going to teach me something. And I'm going to come to you and say, hey, you should do this, change this, add this, adjust that, delete this. We need this. Where's the thing? Traffic is truth. Traffic is the ultimate litmus test, right? It's like, let's drive people to this thing and see whether or not it works. So don't go build a 50-story skyscraper only to find out that your first floor ceilings aren't high enough, which is what they do. These agencies build like this huge infrastructure. And then we're like, oh, first floor needs to be 6 feet higher. Raise the whole building, meaning demolish the whole building. We have to start over. So, and people ask me, the reason I'm shooting this video is because I get on sales calls a lot. Oh, well, do we need to, my website, I'm not really happy with my website. Do we need a website rebuild before we drive traffic? No, dear God, no. Because what's going to happen is you're going to rebuild your website, and then we're going to drive traffic, and then you're going to rebuild your website. Now, there are points where I'll say yes. Like if your website is circa 1992, can't conversion optimize, like it won't convert, period, or you're breaking rules, you're not mobile friendly, or, you're not secure, whatever. Then yeah, but if your website is at least a D+, don't C-, don't rebuild until you drive traffic, because, and I'm not telling you not to rebuild, you'll probably need to rebuild, but when you drive traffic, the traffic will tell you what's working and what's not and where to go. The traffic will point your muzzle and inform every single thing that you do, from your content and your media and your infographics and your sitemap and the layout and the functionality and the convertibility and and on and on and on and on. So all the stuff that those agencies want to do, there's nothing wrong with those things. They're of immense value. But if you do them on the front end and you do them sans traffic, sans input from your consumer, you're just guessing, right? Like it's just an educated guess. Now, it's the better the agency, the better the guess. And you get some really damn good agencies out there that just like nail it. They exist. I've seen it happen, but they're pretty expensive. And even they would probably benefit from having, front end data acquisition. So my strong recommendation is, before you go do the big ivory tower website rebuild and, change your whole everything, drive traffic first, see what's working, see what's not, and then allow that to script your blueprint. Right? Like, doesn't that just make sense? It's like your market study. You don't have to drive an immense amount of traffic. You don't even have to pay me to do it. I'm not telling you, I didn't just say go hire an agency, but use traffic in order to determine what's working and what isn't. And you'll often be surprised by both of those. You'll be surprised by what you keep and what you don't. The same thing's true for funnels. Like if you have 16 steps in your funnel, I promise you, as a data-driven truth, 99% of your traffic doesn't get past, step 3 at most. So don't let an agency build those great, big, robust, and look, y'all, they're awesome. I've seen them. They're badass. They excite me. I look at them like, oh my goodness, this thing is amazing. Nobody's ever going to get that far. And it's not even the funnel builder's fault. It might be the narrative or the hook or the approach or whatever, the market, the audience. Like, you don't know yet. That's the thing, is you don't know yet. So build the skeleton. If you don't have to rebuild, don't. And if you do have to build the minimal viable product, the least amount of thing that you need to build in order to begin driving traffic to it and start seeing what's working and what's not. And then you build this bridge as your customers are crossing it, and you get to build the bridge that they will cross, as opposed to building this like, epic Howard Rourke worthy, I don't know what, Goliath of a thing, and then only finding out like, oh, my customers don't want to go that way. They want to go that way. I need to recalibrate this bridge. So build the bridge as your customers are crossing it, and watch them cross it as you're doing it. And I promise you, it's not just about saving time and money. It's about being more effective. Because the other thing that happens, and I've seen this happen more often than I care to mention too, especially when I'm white labeling, people build the thing. All right, so you've got your 50-story skyscraper, which is your proverbial website in this weird analogy. You're committed to that damn thing. You're committed. The agency's committed. The client manager's committed. Like, everybody who's been a part of that is now in love with it. And there's a very heavy dose of cognitive dissonance at play when you begin getting data that says, hey, this isn't working. You have probably experienced that already if you've been in business long enough. You go through a website rebuild, you launch a new website, it just doesn't perform as well as the old website did. It looks better, you like it more, it reflects your values more, blah, 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 blah. But it just doesn't work as well. Traffic is truth. Use data in order to guide you when you make big strategic decisions like that, and allow it to take time. When somebody's going through a website rebuild or a content refresh or a rebrand or whatever, I mean, business owners especially, they want it done now. And I understand that because we've done it before too. And it feels like an open wound. It's like, I just need to get this done and turned over. And sometimes the business case for doing that exceeds, the importance or value of what I'm saying. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you have to let it take time. Sometimes your website rebuild might be a phased thing, if you want it to function the way that it should be functioning. So I hope this is helpful. To answer the question directly, do I need to rebuild my website before I drive traffic to it? No, don't do that. Drive traffic and then begin to see what's working, what's not working, and then rebuild your website in lockstep with those experiences and that knowledge and that data. That's all I got. I shoot a video every single day. So if this is the first video you're seeing, subscribe, because you'll see more videos. And hopefully they're this good. Unless this wasn't good in your eyes, in which case they'll be better. Yeah. Thanks for watching. I'll see y'all tomorrow.